Hey guys, today I'm going to help you with business model generation in under 5 minutes. So as you guys might know, it's Jamie, IamJamieX, one of the owners here at MediaPoint, and at MediaPoint we're about helping businesses win. So this is what all this content's about. At the end of this, I hope you get a lot out of it. I'm going to help you generate a business model for your business, but I hope that you love it so much that you'd love to subscribe to the channel and get more great content in the future. So that's what we're building to. So in regards to business model generation, in our business over the years, our business has heavily evolved. But what we found was over time, we used to complicate it a fair bit. So I'm going to give you 3 simple steps, 3 different areas to really get into your business model. So typically when I've seen business plans or I've spoken to other entrepreneurs, they just overthink it. We like to keep things as simple as possible. The reason being is if you can keep it as simple as possible, it's easy to create a dashboard or something to report, constantly. So my partner and I had a lot of friction in the past as we weren't on top of our business model, and we kept changing. But there are simple elements of a business model that you need to factor in. So when we talk about business model, all we're talking about is simple percentages of what our profit and loss looks like. So you've got income, and then we've also got the COGS or materials if your business has that. Then you've got staff. You've got overheads, and then if you add them all together and subtract it from revenue, you've got your profit. So realistically, some businesses might be different, but our business as a manufacturing business, we rely on COGS, staff, overheads. And in those areas, in our COGS, which is cost of goods sold, you've got your stock in there, or anything that you need to generate your revenue. Technically also postage and freight of sending your order out goes in there as well. In the staff area, you need to include yourself as well. The reason being is even if you take a distribution or you don't value your time, you need to come out of that end, because if you don't, you're coming out of the profit end, so you'll be taken away from your cash flow heavily. And then on top of that, you've got your overhead area. In a manufacturing business like ours, you've got stuff like electricity, you've got rent, but the key thing is also your equipment and your machines. I'll be looking at it from a profit and loss point of view and not a balance sheet point of view when it comes to calculating your overheads, so working off that. But when generating it, you might be muddled up in, what should I go for, what ratio? It really doesn't matter, but all you're trying to build to is a profit margin that you're content with. A lot of businesses aim for low profits, it's something like 5 to 10%, which is cool. Some might be aiming higher, the 15% mark. But it's important to keep note of where you want your profit to be. For example, what we found is when we weren't so tied to our model, we take in a lot of work that didn't follow, anywhere near what our model should have been, and it led to us taking in work that was unprofitable, and we were working really hard, and we just found at the end of the month we weren't making money, so it wasn't sustainable. So that's why it's really important. But I just wanted to give you just a sample of what a simple business model looks like, and as soon as you put this in your head, I promise you can turn around your business. And if you're starting from scratch, even better, you've got a way to actually price stuff and work out what you should be pricing it at. So I don't know if this is coming clearly or not. So in this model here, I've got COGS at 30%, staff at 30%, overheads at 30%. That leaves a profit margin of 10%. So theoretically, if I'm pricing a new stock item, so for example, if it's going to cost me $100 to make a product, or it's going to cost, argument's sake, $33 to make a product, I know the staff component needs to be $33. If making that product, my staff component on the front end or in production is a lot higher than that, I know I've got a major problem in my pricing model because it doesn't fit. So I need to find ways to get lean or bring that number down, or I need to change my model. Ideally, you want to use this as a framework to know if you're being lean or you're following your own system. If you start going outside of that, it's a major pain. Ways you can go get models is by researching online. There'll be industry standards or reports on what the rest of the industry is doing for their model, what their profit margin. As soon as you know what a company's profit margin is for public reports or for any reporting, you can sort of work backwards and work out what overheads are, what staff is, or even COGS. If you're in the industry as well and you're looking at competitors, you can roughly gauge what their COGS margin is, or the cost of goods sold, and materials used to make the components. That gives you one part of the formula. Then you just need to work at the other 2. At the end of the day, it's personal choice, but I wouldn't overthink it. I'd create your model as simple as I just showed you there, and it will change your business. Have it as a dashboard that you can see daily, or something that you're looking at your profit and loss and keeping an eye. you don't want your cogs to be dragging out monthly. That's the way we've done it, and hopefully you've had a major benefit out of that. So the question I've got to you guys from this video is, what profit margin are you guys going for your business? With ours is constantly changing. So at the moment we're at a really low rate, around the 10% mark with what we're doing for a lot of investment in MediaPoint. If you click on some links, you can find out more about our business. What profit margin are you going for in your model? So leave it in the comments, and I'd love to have a discussion about it. Also, I hope you've got value out of this video. The key is to subscribe, because I'll be offering awesome daily videos such as this and great content. If you trust me, if you're listening to it, I'm going to help you win in business and in life as well. So thanks for listening in. I'm JamieX, and I'll catch you another time.